Anime ain't afraid to get real, diving deep into both the inspirational and downright pessimistic sides of life. Some of the most kick-ass shows are the ones that embrace the darkness. Number 10. The Beginning. Alright, to start off with our list, we got this badass series set in a high-tech world. It's all going down in Cremona, this cool-ass island nation. We're talking crime, action, and some serious drama. Our main dude is Koku. He's the hero of the story. Then there's Keith, this legendary detective from the Royal Police Service, and a shady criminal gang in the mix too. Lots of wild characters zooming through this fortified city while it's dealing with a serial killer named Killer B and a bunch of other messed up crimes. It's all directed by Kazuto Nakazawa and made by the Big Shot Studio production. So it kicks off with this lone chick sprinting through the woods, totally shoeless, being chased by some sketchy dudes with crossbows and night vision gear. Poor girl's got her mouth taped shut, feet all jacked up, and eyes wide with fear. She's dodging arrows left and right until one catches her thigh and takes her down. Just when things look grim, boom, some mystery person swoops in, slashes the bad guy's heads off, and saves her ass. Cut to sunrise in the beautiful city of Cremona, where RIAS officer Lily Hoshino rolls up to the bloody scene. She mistakes Keith, who's checking out a black feather, for a drunk dude, but he's actually a genius detective, known as Genie by his crew. So Lily, Keith, and the rest of the RIAS crew are on the hunt to figure out who the hell beheaded those psycho hunters, the Kraus brothers. All they got to go on is this Killer Bee alias, and it's one hell of a mystery. Number 9. Ajin. A freak accident reveals to young Tina Kai that he is more than your average teenager. After being ran over by a truck, Kai is brought back to life by a mysterious substance known as invisible black matter. He is now an Ajin, or demi-human, one of very few immortal beings in existence. With no one to turn to at a childhood friend, Ki must fight for survival, not only for himself, but for the fate of innocent humans threatened by an evil agent known as Mr. Sato, the Soldier of God. Under constant hunt from government specialists, bounty hunters, and other agents, Ki will discover the depths of his hidden strength and what it truly means to be a human being in the face of terrifying and insurmountable odds. Number 8. Denvateki na Kanogo. The story is all about this dude named Juzawa Chu, just your average troublemaker kid who is always looking for a fight he'd rather avoid. Then, out of the blue, this strange girl, Achubanam, rolls up on him and drops a bombshell. She tells him he was a freaking king in a past life, and she was his loyal knight. She's all like, "I'm your knight now," swearing to serve him just like she did in the old days, or so she thinks. Ju's initially like, "Nah, I'm good," not wanting anything to do with her. But when one of his classmates gets whacked by a serial killer, he's like, "Okay, maybe this knight chick can help me solve this mess." And get this, it all kicked off as a light novel series, but now it's an anime with 2 episodes out. It's set in the same world as Kurenai, adding to the whole vibe of this crazy universe. Number 7. Shadow House. Shadow's house has this cool vibe, man. The skies are always gray, lighting's low, and you're cruising through these gothic hallways and buildings. Sometimes it's like the whole place was sketched with charcoal pencils. Fits though, because the story's about these shadowy beings who ooze this subi stuff all the time. But here's the twist. Against all that darkness, the characters, especially Emiliko, are all cute and cheerful. Number 6. Mawaru Penguindrum. Mawaru Penguindrum is one heck of a ride. It's got all these deep themes about fate, family, and sacrifice wrapped up in this surreal and visually stunning package. We've got these 3 siblings, Kanba, Shoma, and Himari Takakura, whose lives get turned upside down when Himari gets saved from the brink of death by this mysterious spirit chilling in a penguin hat. But to keep her alive, they gotta find this super elusive thing called the Penguindrum. The whole story revolves around this Penguindrum thingamagic. Number 5. Moriarty the Patriot. Moriarty the Patriot is like a whole new take on the Sherlock Holmes universe, flipping the script to focus on the backstory of Professor James Moriarty, Sherlock's infamous nemesis. Picture Victorian-era England, where we meet William James Moriarty, This genius mathematician from a fancy noble family who's totally fed up with society's messed up ways, William's on a mission to tear down the corrupt social hierarchy, along with his bros Albert and Louis. They're pulling off these crazy schemes to take down snooty aristocrats and other jerks who prey on the less fortunate. Their goal, a world where justice reigns and the little guys are looked after. Now here's where it gets interesting. William's plans keep crossing paths with Sherlock Holmes himself, the legendary detective with a knack for solving mysteries. Their clashes become this epic battle of brains and beliefs, with Sherlock trying to stick to the rule book while William's out there playing by his own rules. As the anime proceeds, you're sucked into this world of secrets, suspense, and moral gray areas. It dives deep into heavy stuff like class struggles, morality, and the consequences of your actions, making you question what's really right and wrong. Number 4. Summertime rendering. Summertime rendering just dropped worldwide for streaming, and let me tell you, it's one hell of a sci-fi thrill ride. Think Steins Gate mixed with the small-town mystery vibes of Twin Peaks. Adapted from Yasuki Tanaka's manga, it's all about Shinpei, who heads back to his hometown for a funeral only to stumble upon the possibility that his buddy's death might not have been an accident. But as he digs deeper, he gets stuck in this crazy time loop, where each round brings new twists and turns. What makes Summertime rendering stand out is how it shakes up the whole time loop thing. With each repetition, the stakes get higher and the consequences get gnarlier. The pacing is tight, keeping you on the edge of your seat with new surprises at every turn. Even with the short time between loops, the characters are fleshed out, adding depth and emotion to the story. Number 3. Erased. So, there's this struggling manga author named Satoru Fujinuma, right? Poor dude's scared as hell to put himself out there. But get this, he's got this freaky-deaky supernatural power where he gets yanked back in time to stop disasters and deaths from going down. He's like a time-traveling superhero, repeating time until he sets things right. Then one day, bam, he's in this gnarly accident, and suddenly everyone thinks he's a freaking murderer. Talk about a screwed-up situation, but Satoru's not one to throw in the towel. He zaps himself back in time, only to find himself as a little kid again, just before his classmate Keo Hinazuki vanished into thin air. Now, he's on a mission to save Keo and crack the mystery behind her disappearance. Number 2. Baccano. Baccano kicks off with a catchy tune and a quick intro to its colorful cast. Unlike typical anime openings, it avoids spoilers and sets a unique vibe. While it's often compared to Pulp Fiction, it's not just an anime version. Instead of focusing on crime syndicates, it's all about character-driven storytelling. The story jumps around, connecting characters in unexpected ways. Despite the shifting focus, every character gets depth, even the psycho killers. The animation is slick, and while there's less action than expected, it's still gripping. Baccano blends supernatural elements with mafia vibes, creating a one-of-a-kind experience that's both entertaining and thought-provoking. Number 1. The Promised Neverland. The Promised Neverland hooks you right from the start with its mix of spine-chilling horror and heartwarming moments. The story kicks off at Grace Field House, an orphanage overseen by Mama Isabella. We follow 11-year-old Emma, along with her pals Norman and Ray, as they stumble upon a bone-chilling secret. The orphanage is actually a farm where kids are groomed to be demon snacks. As the trio uncovers the truth, they hatch a risky plan to break free. But it's no walk in the park. They got Mama's watchful eye on them and Sister Crone, another adult who could be friend or foe, thrown into the mix. And then there's the mystery of William Minerva, dropping breadcrumbs about a human sanctuary beyond the orphanage walls. With tensions mounting and trust in short supply, alliances are made and broken faster than you can say escape route. Ray's double agent gig as Mama's informant adds extra layers of suspense to the mix, keeping us on the edge of our seats. But despite the odds stacked against them, Emma, Norman, Ray, and their crew are dead set on busting out and uncovering the truth. Along the way, they confront their deepest fears, forming bonds that'll help them face down their demons and fight for their freedom. The Promised Neverland isn't just about survival. It's a testament to the power of friendship and resilience in the face of utter darkness. With its nail-biting plot and unforgettable characters, It's a roller coaster ride of emotions that'll keep you hooked till the very end.